Good morning, everybody. How's everybody over here? So we have a webinar today. It's simple steps for starting your business. It's session number 3. So some housekeeping rules. This webinar is being recorded. The presentation will be emailed to you. So if you have any question, please type it in the chat and the questions will be answered at the end of the presentations. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, so we have some survey questions for you, the polls. So we have, the question number 1 is, how did you find out about, yes, so there are some polls question. So how did you find out about today's webinar? Do you have a marketing plan? And do you have a presence on social media? And the last question is, are you working with a score mentor? So please take a few minutes and answer these questions. Thank you. Let's give it a few more seconds. Can you all see, can you all have the access to the poll? Oh, okay, everybody does, but I don't, Tom, do we have the result? Oh, okay, good. So we have the result for the poll. So the question number 1 was, how did you find out about today's webinar? So most people, about 64% people found out through email. And the question number 2 was, do you have a marketing plan? So there were like 1/3 of people says they do, and the rest they don't. So don't worry, we will help you with that. And you have a presence on social media. So 36% people, business owners, they have social media that they're utilizing for their business, and the rest is not. You're working with a score mentor. So more than half of you have a score mentor, but the rest don't. So we will help you to find a score mentor. And thank you so much for participating with your, with the score survey for the opening poll. Thank you. So can we have a next slide, please? Okay, so let's start. Simple steps for starting your business. This is session number 3, marketing plan. And let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, so we have 2 presenters for today. I'm honored to introduce Tom Sims. Tom Sims is an expert in nonprofit as well. He has such a great knowledge in all type of general business plannings. He's my mentor, and myself, Jaspreet Chauhan, and I am in more like we own gas station business. So I have a little bit knowledge about gas stations and just a general business business planning. So I'm here to help, whatever I have. Okay, thank you. So let's go to the presentation now. So we have our sponsor, Union Bank. They provide personal, business, commercial lending. So that's one of our proud sponsor with SCORE. Okay. Next screen. Okay, so about SCORE, I'm sure that you all know what SCORE is about. SCORE has volunteers. Their volunteers are successful and they have experienced, in different type of businesses. So we provide seminars, we provide workshops, and we also do mentoring calls. It can be one-to-one. We do emails. And if you don't have a mentor, you can go to this website, go to www.score.org/find a mentor, and you can have a mentor, and please send us a request if you need one. So we will also help you to do the setup for a mentor. And then also for more resources for small business owners, you can go to our local website, which is www.centralvalley.score.org. So that's where we have lots of material that for you as a small business owner can utilize. Okay, let's go to the next screen, please. Okay, so how we help as a score mentor, and also doing some workshop presentations. I've learned a lot that this, the workshops that we provide. So there are 5 workshops in Simple Steps series. So workshop number 1 was a startup basics. So that was like 2 weeks ago. We had workshop that, number 1. So that was like entrepreneurship mindset. How do you make yourself ready to commit to become an entrepreneur? If you're already entrepreneur, mindset, then you don't, that's, those some skills that we need to develop to start our own business. So that's where we talk a lot about misconceptions, different type of business options that you as a new business owner can use for your business. And then session number 2 was last week. So we talked more about, let's say that you're ready, you have a business idea, but you need a business plan, you don't know where to start. So that's where we help you with that workshop. How do you develop your business idea into a business plan? How do you define your customers, your suppliers, your location? So we talked about a lot in that webinar. So today's workshop is marketing plan. This is where you define your customers, how do you reach them? So we're going to be talking a lot in details. How do you discover your customer, or how they discover you, your product and services. So next week we're going to have financial matters. So that's where you learn basic knowledge as a business person that we all should know. What is the income statement, what is the balance statement, what is cash flow statement, what about the ratios that we need to understand? So that is going to be, great webinar. Please join us for that next week. And then session number 5 is funding options. This is where you learn about what are different funding options for you as a, to get as a loan for your business, and, getting lending side of your business. So we have those 5 workshops. I really recommend, any business owners to join and, learn. So after all, knowledge as an entrepreneurship, that's very, very important, because sometimes we don't know what we don't know, right? So this is coming from these workshops. And then also along with that, the mentoring program that we provide, it really help you to either launch your business, or maybe you need some time, you need a go or no go decisions. And this is the best way to find out how much ready you are for your business, okay, through the workshops and mentoring. Okay. So the workshop benefits we already talked about. It helps you develop your feasibility plan. It takes you through the decision making process. It provides you with the information to help make a go or no go decisions on your business idea. So also has the core value to create a complete business plan for bankers and investors. So it becomes your job easy, to convince your bankers, to convince your investors. The more you learn from the workshops, from the mentoring sessions, the more stable business, the solid business plan you will have, and you'll be easily to convince your lenders. Okay, so it gives you key directions. Okay, so it's so nice to meet you. This is gonna be, actually homework for next week. And we want to know about you, your name, your business idea, what you want to learn, actually from today's webinar, what you learned from today. And Tom Sims can talk more about this one right now. Thank you,
Well,
Tom.
Jaspreet, you could very briefly, we have your name on your screen, but you could just maybe in 1 or 2, 3 words tell us about your business or your business idea and what you want to learn today, and you can put that in the chat. So why don't you go ahead and do that, and just to remind you to write down the questions as they come to your mind. That's where I am. Thank you, Jaspreet.
Thank you so much, Tom. That's a great idea. Yes, so please type it in the chat so we know who you are. So next week when we have the homework, we'll be, we'll know, that you were here at this workshop. Okay. So let's go to the next screen, please. Okay, so the agenda for today is we're going to be talking about branding, marketing strategy, crafting your marketing message, target market and channels that you're going to be using to promote your business and business product services, channel strategies, your marketing methods, social media, and sales. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so why do we market? So what is the main reason that we are, we want to sell, right? We want to sell either it's product or services, what we have. We want people to trust us. So there are a lot of things go, behind the scene before we declare what we have. So there are some, we are trying to build trust. We're trying to build our image, how reliable we are, how our management is, customer service side, or on production side. So this is showing how much ready we are to launch our business. Do we have the customers? If we don't, then what we need to, target our customers. So there's a lot of things that go behind this planning, under before we market. So creating your brand. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so how do you create your brand? So your brand is your business image. What do you want your business to be known for? Like Amazon, they are known for reliability, convenience. They're global. It's just such a giant, industry that we have so much trust in them. So what makes it stand out from the crowd? What is your business that you have, your products, services, how, they are different than others, unique features that your product service have, special benefits that you have, others don't, limits and liabilities, production and delivery methods, your suppliers, can you rely on them, your intellectual property, and special permits that you have. Okay, the next screen, please. So your marketing plan and strategies. Let's go to the next one, Tom. Thank you. So marketing message. You want to create a message, create a concise message about your product or service that describes how it fulfills target customer needs, your quality, your price, availability of your product, dependability. It clearly identifies unique key features about your product services. It can be consistently communicated in all marketing material and media. So you have the same message that you're going to be using throughout your marketing and media. We don't want to be changing. We want to keep it the same. So that's why we take time to find out what is really the best. And we want to just continue repeating that brand. Okay. So this is one of the, the marketing message. This is just one of the example that we can see. We can say it's an elevator pitch. It's, to me, I just love it because they have everything in one sentence. So we are planet Earth. It's a business name. It searches the world offers for recycled, reused, and salvaged goods. It's products to create, to offer, or environmentally concerned customers, target customers, the best product resurrected from what would otherwise end up in a landfill, the unique features. So it has the name of the business, it has the products they are trying to promote, their target customers, and the unique features that it has. Components of your marketing plan. It identifies your target market. So what are some unique features of your product services? What are your marketing channels? Top marketing communication methods. Social media is so big nowadays. So we have to learn how we utilize the social media to promote our product services. Okay, let's go. So identifying target market, that is the big thing, behind marketing. So whom are we going to be selling to? So your channel positions, profile of your customers. Who are your customers? Their key demographics, income level, their gender, geographic, where they live, how much income they make. Who are those people? It really, matters a lot when you're targeting the right customer. You know what right platform, social media to use, and then you won't waste your time or money. Okay, so buying habits and behavior of your customer that you're working on the segment, market size and realistic penetration, growing or decline. is your market or the industry that you're getting in? Is it in the growing stage or is it in the decline stage? So those are the things that really, that we as a new business owner, we have to do some research on those things. Okay. So your target market comparison and selection. So this is where you use your competitor, your target market comparison. Fills target customer needs, more profitable. Consider cost and price. More sales meaning more profit, right? Minimum channel conflict. Your favorable competitive environment fits my vision and skills. So this is where we maybe have to do some amendments. If it doesn't fit my vision and skills, maybe I need something else. So this is where we do a lot of adjustments, right? When we are searching our customers segments. Okay, let's go to the next one. Thank you. So this is the exercise. This is the homework that is going to be assigned to everybody who is attending this session. So this is going to be for next week. So this is your general description, your target market. What is your target market? Who are your channel, that you're going to be using? Demographics, buying habits. So your key needs versus your product and services. Cost versus profit, your sales size, and estimate of your potential market penetration. So we assign some homework, so along as you're learning, you're implementing. See, that's the best thing. You're learning, you're implementing. That when you're learning more about your product services, you're already doing the homework, which make your job easy. Okay. So next one, product and services. So descriptions should include special benefits, unique features, limits and liabilities, production and delivery, your suppliers, intellectual property, and special permits. So your marketing channels, the path of goods, service, and information to the customers. How you're selling to everybody. Are you selling to only business to business, B2B, or you're selling producer to distribution to retailers like a Costco, right? Direct sales to consumer, B2C, internet, associate network for services. Okay, different ways to reach your customers. And next slide, please, Tom. Thank you. So this is some examples of the three different we can see giant business channel strategy chart. So e-commerce website, Amazon sellers, Shopify store. So we can see they have their startup cost, their advertising cost, they have some extra money that they spend on social media. And Amazon of course spend on their fulfillments and inventories. So Shopify spends lots of their money on social media marketing, Google ads, and fulfillments. Okay, so that's where you're gonna see where you are, how you're gonna be using you can use this chart, and maybe you have your competitors that you can put them side and see what they're doing, and you can just get some idea of, for your business as well. Okay, next slide. Thank you. So your top marketing communication methods. So there are a lot of methods to reach your customers. So the main ones are advertising, online directories, sponsored social media, banner ads, mobile ads, public relations, print, radio, blogs, podcasts. Those are very common these days. Collaterals, your printing materials, such as your business cards, brochures, letterheads, signage, promotional giveaways. Digital marketing, which is just the blast for any business, using search engine optimization. That's the Google thing, right? Pay per clicks, affiliates, emails, content marketing, social media, customer service, and product samples and special offers. Okay. And next slide, please. Okay, so marketing methods, collaterals. So almost every business needs some type of marketing collaterals, print materials, and promote your business. that promote your business, such as business card, we already talked about, brochures, flyers, trade shows, banners, or in-store signage. Based on your marketing strategy, how you plan to sell your product or service, determine what type of marketing collateral that you're gonna need. Okay, so this is all after we find out who are customers and how we discover them. So what social media, what marketing strategy we're going to use. So this is it takes some time to do some research and find out what is best for our business, for our product services. So now I would ask my colleague Tom Sims to take care of the next slides. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Jaspreet. I just want to say that I know that there is a lot of information coming at you. You can ask your questions and we'll get to them in the end. We're just really hitting the high spots. But what I think that might be of some comfort to you is that we will go back with you on this. We're going to send you this presentation in a PDF format. We're going to send you a link to the video so you can watch it again and again. We're going to send you the homework assignments. We're going to actually on Monday at 10 o'clock have a homework tutoring and discussion session and a contest on if we have enough people, a contest for our pitch, our 1 minute or 30-second elevator pitch, and we are going to make it possible for you to have a mentor who will help you brainstorm each of these points and begin to develop your marketing plan. At the end of this presentation, we'll show you how to get your very own mentor. If you already have a mentor, be in touch with them. We're going to always be there for you to help you process this information. So your marketing methods, in the traditional sense, I've always included print ads. They've included direct mail. People still use postcards. They still use third-party direct mail solutions. People are using broadcast. Recently, Hulu has created a kind of a hybrid between television ads and targeted local marketing and internet marketing and public relations. So none of these go completely out of style, and they're always useful. However, online digital marketing methods and websites are absolutely necessary. You cannot really do business in the real world today if you don't address these methods. And they can seem overwhelming if you're not in it, but there are people who can help you, and there are resources to help you learn how to do it. And it's not as overwhelming as you think. In fact, some of the prices we just showed you, I think that you can probably beat some of those today as a way of getting started. So even if you don't plan to sell anything online, every business needs a website to build credibility, provide information, help prospective customers discover your company. I am willing to wager that most of you, when you hear about a business, you check them out online to see what kind of website they have. How professional is it? How much good information do they have? And your website should always include location, if you have a location, your hours, your address, your phone number, email address, anything that people need to get in touch with you. Your online local search directories, such as Google My Business and Bing Places and Yelp, help internet users find local businesses when they search online. And the nice thing about them is, especially with, for instance, Google My Business, we have a lot of information on how to use that. We have webinars on how to use that, and it's free to the business. You can be up and running there within just an hour. So visit your local search directories to claim your free business listing, then fill out the required information such as address, hours of operation, phone number, and add really important keyword descriptions and photos and sometimes videos to enhance your listing. You want to gather email addresses from prospective customers and use them to develop an email list. I just want to throw this in. Email is probably the most effective online tool we have for continuing to develop relationships with prospects we are nurturing into customers, with customers that we want to be repeat customers, and with repeat customers who we wish to become ambassadors for us. So you always want to collect the email address with permission to use it. Very important. Once you have the list, you send customers email newsletters on a regular basis or occasional marketing emails featuring special offers or discount codes, notices of sales, or news about upcoming events at your business. Now, you got to abide by CAN spam laws, and when you use something like Constant Contact or MailChimp, that is a big help in making sure you are in compliance. And we have other webinars where we can help you understand about compliance with those laws and the fines if you don't comply. Using an email marketing service, as I just said, can simplify your email marketing, and your website hosting service may also provide that kind of assistance. Your online advertising is a must, no matter what your business is. One option is pay per click. That means you only pay when someone clicks and they follow through. That targets your customers using specific keywords in the ads. You only pay when someone clicks the ad. You can place those through Google AdWords or Microsoft Ads. You can also place banner ads on niche websites that attract your target customers. You monitor the success of an online campaign using Google Analytics or other alternatives. Now, your web host might also have those tools, so you want to check that out. We're happy to look at that with you when we get into a mentoring session. We're happy to walk with you through all of these processes, not do the work for you, but ask you the key questions to make sure that you're checking. Again, keep in mind that how you market depends upon to whom are you marketing. If it's business to business, that would be like you have a product called Xerox and you're marketing to other businesses. You could be doing business to business marketing for a company like eFax, or it could be directly to the consumer, like Nike or Merry Maids, or you could be doing internet sales on Amazon. By the way, Amazon has people that are ready to help you set up a really good store and like to work with you to make you successful, because your success and their success are tied together. And the effectiveness of your marketing methods will vary by your target markets. That's knowing who you're talking to. Your sales channels, that means what is it you're using? Your website, your social media, your email marketing, or your types of business. When you're planning your marketing mix is a three-letter word, but it's a huge word because you're not going to do just one. You're going to do a mix of things, and it's integrated. Consider to whom you're selling and how you sell. All of these factors. Your online digital marketing must today include social media. And let me say one thing about social media. Social media is a two-way communication method. For instance, it's like being in the store and talking with the person who is considering buying from you and answering their questions. It goes both ways. It's a way to be there if they want to come back and ask a question that will make them a satisfied customer. It is the modern way of being face to face with your customer. It's personal. It requires the same people skills that you need to have if you're doing business in person. 74% of American users check Facebook at least once a day. 51% check Facebook several times a day. People spend an average of 34 minutes a day on Facebook. 80% of the people access Facebook using only mobile units, like your telephone or a handheld device. 19% use both that desktop and mobile. So there's more information. These are live links you can check on Facebook statistics and Facebook demographics. 63% check Instagram once a day. 42% check it several times a day. People are on Instagram an average of 30 minutes a day as of 2020. And that is a rise from 2019. People spend an average of 6 minutes, 35 seconds per visit on Instagram in 2019. And of course, this is 2022, and it's risen. And the latest Instagram statistics are available and demographics. You want to check all your demographics. Look at Twitter. 42% of Americans use Twitter at least once a day. 25% check it several times a day. And then you can see the other statistics. LinkedIn, which is a tremendous resource for business to business and for your professional contacts. 57% of LinkedIn's traffic is mobile, even though it's a smaller percentage of people who check LinkedIn twice a day or once a day. What you need to know is it is a group of people who come to LinkedIn primarily to do business. They don't come to LinkedIn to show pictures of their puppies or to look at pictures of people's kitties. Most people come to LinkedIn with business on their mind or profession. Pinterest, 450 million monthly users, and it is a tremendous platform for retailers. Some of you are already going to Pinterest to get ideas. It's a good platform for targeting women who represent 6 out of 10 of all Pinterest users. YouTube and Facebook dominate the market with 81% and 69% of Americans using these. By the way, don't forget about Snapchat, about Twitter, about WhatsApp, about TikTok. If you are doing local marketing to a neighborhood, investigate the potential of next door. TikTok still on the rise, with predictions that it will reach 1 billion active users. And so you want to investigate all of the platforms. You want to be every place where your customers are, but you will focus on those that are going to be most effective in your marketing. Whew. Now catch your breath a little bit and let me say that Monday, October 31st, you need to take a break from your Halloween trick-or-treating and join us at 10 a.m. We have a link for you to register. We're going to use the marketing message from We Are Planted as an example, but you're going to do your own outline that will help you to flesh out your marketing message. You want to tell us what product or service you're offering. You want to share your target markets. You want to look at the unique features of your product or your service, and what are the customer benefits. And by the way, all of these factors are things that we use in one of our signature programs, the one-page business model canvas, which will be one of the very first things that your mentor talks with you about. So before you leave today, before you go about your other business today, make sure that you go to our link on how to sign up for a SCORE mentor. That will be your greatest asset. Our breakout session, we're sending you the link for how and where to register. We're going to work with you. We're going to hold your hand. We're going to walk with you on the strategy, on also estimating by channel some of your one-time expenses, some of your monthly annual expenses, and staff time expended. What do you offer? Who are you offering it to? What makes it unique? And how does it benefit your customer? Always try to get into your customer's perspective and hear your message from the point of view of your customer. When you're asking someone to buy what's being offered, remember that you are entering into the field of sales. You will always have to be selling if you are also marketing or if you're creating. So marketing gets customers to your door. Sales brings in the money. Effective sales requires attention, common sense, creative thinking. Prepare for a sales cycle based on your marketing plan. And every day is not the same in the year. You need to know your company's strengths and weaknesses so you can communicate those. You need to know your competitors' strengths and weaknesses and never be satisfied with the status quo. And remember this, people buy from and do business with folks they know, they like, and they trust. And when you have a new prospect and you're moving them from a person in the crowd to a person of interest to a real prospect, to a customer, to a repeat customer, to a friend, and to an ambassador, you want to provide a wow experience at every step along the way. You want to entice them to stay in touch with you on your social networks, in your email, in your direct mail, through your mobile apps, through events. You want to engage people in discussion and promotions and events with polls and surveys, with sharing information. And what engagement looks like is social visibility. And what that looks like are new prospects and returning prospects. So in simple steps, we are taking you through the startup basics, as Jaspreet said, through the business concept. Today, we've been taking a brief snapshot of the marketing plan, which we're going to help you with. We're going to take you into financial matters, how to really set up your business so you can be accountable to yourself and your investors for your finances. And then where are you going to get the money? That'll be our fifth session, really digging into how are we going to get money to make this thing get started. So I want you to keep in mind that SCORE's business technology resources are here to help your small business grow and prosper using technology to compete more effectively. We provide you with free resources, including free online workshops. We have lots of specialty workshops. And once you're in our system, you're going to get emails that refer you to those and tell you about those. We have how-to guides. We have templates that you might pay for somewhere else, but that you can get from us. We have topics that include creating a technology plan for your small business, building the perfect website, boosting your business technology, or your business using technology to improve your cash flow, using technology to jumpstart your sales, how to do business with the government, how to benefit from the fact that you're maybe a veteran. Now, where do you get resources? Well, don't forget the Fresno Public Library if you're in the Fresno area and in Fresno County, or the public library where you live. There is tremendous resource, especially at our downtown library or the library online. This is actually a link you can go and explore. The SCORE tools and templates, this is a link to that. You want to look for the one-page business canvas, the one-page BMC. You want to look for the financial projections worksheet. And by the way, if you forget to look for those, we're going to send them to you anyway. Your mentor is going to send those to you. We have the information that is involved in the SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, target market, and then Google My Business or Google Your Business. So all these links are going to be very helpful for you. We hope that you will go to the simple steps for starting your new business student webpage. We've had some reports that that might be not as workable right now. So we're going to make sure that you get the material you really need off of that, including your handouts, your workshop materials, and additional resources. And we have a manual, and we want to make sure you get that. So ask your mentor if you have difficulty getting any of the resources we have. So let me just kind of be real specific about our homework coming up. Complete the first draft of your feasibility plan that we've passed out in the past. If you have missed one or two of our webinars, ask us for the links. Return an email, ask us for the links to those, or ask your mentor, and we can get you to a place where you can register for it and you can watch it online. Then you want to download your financial projections template from the SCORE site and begin to put in the information that you already know. You want to fill in the comparison for selection of target markets worksheet that we're going to send you. And when you come to the homework session, bring a calculator or have one open on your computer. We want to see you there. We'd like for you to register so we can be prepared for you. Here's some important dates. Our roundtable homework session. Our Financial Matters webinar is next Thursday, November 3rd. We'll have another roundtable homework session on November 7th. And then we have a webinar on that's the 5th in our series for funding sources and next steps. And we're going to have some great experts on that to help you know some areas where you can look for your funding. On November 14th, we're going to have a graduates roundtable breakout session. We're going to be giving out certificates. And so it's going to be a great looks like about a half a month coming up, or a little bit more than that. We'd like for you to help us with one more poll, and it looks like I kept the old poll launched report for too long, but this is our exit poll. What percentage of information was new to you? You could choose between 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. Would you like to learn more about this topic? Would you rate the speaker's knowledge of the topic? And would you rate the presentation skills? And then I think you'll be done with that. And we'll give you a little bit of time on that, maybe another 15 seconds, because we don't want you to think too hard about it. Okay, we have 100% participation. So we have some really smart people who have done a lot of homework. And so, but 25% of the information was new. The biggest group was 50% of the information is new. 8% of you said 75%. So a lot of this was brand new information for you. Would you like to learn more about this topic? 92% of you said yes, and the rest of you are probably good candidates for helping us teach it. And then thank you for giving us pretty good ratings, really good ratings on presentation and other skills. I should share this, shouldn't I? So there are the numbers, and you can take a look at that in the interest of full disclosure. And now we're getting ready to go into the Q&A session. And we would love for you to put down your questions. And I'm looking to see if our winner, our current winner in our contest is here, and I don't see that. So We'll get onto that in the next session. Okay, let us go into. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to take us to Q&A, and we have at least one question. Welcome back, Jaspreet.
Thank you, Tom. Did great job. Thank you.
Jaspreet, I think we're going to both try to answer this question. Where do you start with market research? That's a really good question, Gilbert. Where would you start if you were getting ready to open a new gas station?
I would ask the suppliers because they are the people who are delivering, a lot of like different locations they're going. So if they know what customers are, what the customers are needing or what type of products they need. So my first one is to the suppliers and then the customers.
Now, Gilbert, and everyone else, I think everyone's interested in this. We gave you links to the public library. The public library has a lot of demographic information. That's always part of our market research. Google has, it's B2B. Well, I think the principles are the same. You have what you can find out from Google is what keywords people are searching online, how many people are searching for things. If you can actually ask people who are your potential buyers where they buy it. You can use Google Analytics. You can check and see what is actually happening through advertising, how that information is being targeted. But this is really specific to your industry. You can check the industry associations. You can check with lending institutions. You can check with the professional associations. If you are actually in an industry where you're not a category creator and you're using suppliers, you can talk to the suppliers and find out what is going on. But I think that what it's really going to come to, because this is so specific to every industry, it's going to be really drilling down, doing some brainstorming with your mentor. We will point you to some specific areas so you're not looking everywhere at the same time, and that your time is well spent on where to look. And you're going to know a lot about this yourself ahead of time. But I would just say to you, there are countless resources. I would just start with Google searches, and then find out what you've discovered, and then we start to refine it, and we go for the data. I don't know if that was helpful, but what I'm extending to you is the offer for us to give you a lot more help. We actually have some entire workshops that we do in partnership with Google on how to get this information, and the online resources that are free to you for gathering this information. I think the other thing, Jaspreet, I don't know if you have noticed this before, but sometimes when people come to us in SCORE, they've already spent money on things that they could get free. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes, Tom. Also, what about the competitors? He can also look his competitor and maybe find out what marketing strategies they've used in the past somehow. I don't know. I think
so, yes. You always want to check your competitors, and you can shop your competitors these days without going into their stores. You can, just go online and see what they're doing, and you can ascertain statistics. Now, for instance, if you are doing business with Amazon, and they do some B2B, they will give you the information. And whether it's B2B or B2C, they have those statistics. For instance, if I were writing a book, I could find out, how many people are buying the titles in the category that I'm writing, how quickly they're sold, how they emerge on the bestseller list. And that's true with almost any of the product lines that they're using. Any other questions that are coming up? I've got some that are actually on the Q&A. Okay. Is the government website adequate to check for trademarks on your potential business name? There are government websites that are adequate for checking for trademarks. I find that we try not to do the work of a lawyer. It is really helpful in trademarks to at least have at least one consultation with an attorney who has that information. But if you do the homework ahead of time, you're going to be well ahead. All trademarks are listed. We can help you find those specific links. I don't have them at my disposal right now, but every trademark is listed. Now, there are some other things in the state. Business names are registered with the Secretary of State, and we can help you find out how to check the sos.gov.ca sos.ca.gov website for some of that information. And then there are a lot of steps along there. Okay, thank you for that question, Lisa. I have a question from Edwin. Good to see you, Edwin. The nature of our sales rely on schools and whole school districts to approve us as vendor. Once we're approved, then it's no problem for parents to sign their students up. What's the best way to go about reaching out to important people who make these approval decisions? Maybe try to set up a meeting with a principal, or gather petition interest from parents. Any other marketing strategies? Well, I think you're on the right track there, Edwin. And again, I happen to know your mentor. That will be a really, really specific drill down for your situation, but relationships are extremely important. So you want to find out when you're really targeting a small group of people like school superintendents and principals, how do you meet these people? And oftentimes it's through other people that know them. So introductions are really important. This is real old school stuff. Sending letters of introduction and telling them that to expect an email or having a call. I have a client who has discovered a great strategy for reaching principals and school administrators. He actually does not like making cold calls. And on Fiverr, he's found someone who will make cold calls for him. And the cold calls are just to get him access to make a phone call. Once he receives the go ahead to call this principal, he's already been introduced. He calls the principal and the principal's ready to hear his pitch. And he's had great success with that. So it's a matter of mapping out a strategy for meeting key people. And this is not just in school districts. This is in a lot of arenas where you have gatekeepers. And so how to get to the gatekeepers is a really important factor. It's a form of B2B business and marketing strategy. And this is whoever is doing that sort of thing, this is a really good conversation with your mentor. If you're starting a business, Paul is asking, like t-shirts, where would you find an artist to draw your designs or ideas? You might have a little more information on this, Jaspreet, but I'm going to say they're all over the place. You can find them on Fiverr, Upwork, other kinds of outsourcing websites. These are people that often have great talent. You can investigate them. You can check their prices. You can check their work. You can see the quality of their work. You can check their reviews. Um, and you can actually maybe call their clients. Yeah, Shira, you could go to Art Hop. I have met some great people at Art Hop who are artists, and I've maintained long-term relationships with. You can call places like Bitwise. They may have recommendations if you want to stay local. You can look at local art galleries. Sometimes these are folks that are doing more big picture kind of art, and rather than graphic art, but you just look around where art is posted. I think that maybe even on Canva that you have folks that are that they can refer you to. Anything else on that, Jaspreet?
No, Tom, I think you covered well. Yeah, I think I would ask around, right, for the best person that can help me with this. I'll just do like, shopping, asking my friends or asking the places that you mentioned.
Yeah.
That's the only way to find out. Thank you.
And join a roundtable. Come to the SCORE roundtables because we have entrepreneurs who are artists. It would be great if some of you could connect with each other, wouldn't it? And we have formats where you can actually meet one another. I have them in both places. Do mentors meet in person? Cecilia, occasionally we do. We are getting ready to open our office in a couple of weeks, and we can have some in-person meetings. I have met people at Starbucks and Panera Bread, and we primarily work online because it is really easy and it gets us down to business. But we'll have an individual conversation on that uh, with the mentor that gets assigned to you, and we'll try to accommodate you as best we can. Um, we're planning to launch a new software tool for artificial intelligence and analytics. We want to first determine which business sizes to small to mid-sized businesses who can help us determine this. Again, Jaspreet, what do you think? Get with your mentor, and we're here to help you think through that. We don't know all the answers, but we know most of the questions.
Yeah, I think they will need to do first of all BMC, the business model canvas. That's a one page where they list everything, all their business aspects. Who their customers are, how they're going to target them, and what product service, the uniqueness features they have. So then I think they need to do the like a market segmentation, right? That the one sheet that we have. That's I think that's a better way
Exactly.
to find who your customers are and who you want to target first.
Yeah, Krishna, everything starts with the canvas and the business plan. And from there, it gives you the template, it gives you the framework, it gives you the right questions to ask, and it helps you find where to go and get the answers. I recently bought an AI tool myself that I'm using in my business. I'm using in my private coaching business, and it's been really exciting. What a great emerging industry that is. I think that is so exciting to hear that you're doing that. And I look forward to hearing your story as you progress. I love this question from Mickey. Can I get a mentor today? Absolutely. You can get that wheel turning. Can you remember that link, Jaspreet, or can you find it and type it in the chat? But we have a direct link for that, but it's also I believe it's score.org/find-a-mentor. Scored, yeah. But Jaspreet will get that for you. We're going to email you that link if you, but I want to get it to you in case you don't want to wait. We'll get on there and we will, within the day today, we will assign a mentor to you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Tony, Cecilia. We want you to have a mentor today. The other day I was assigned a mentor and the next day we were in a meeting. So that's very, very possible. It could take a few days with the weekend coming up, but we would love to get in a conversation with you just as soon as possible. In fact, we'll make sure that between Jaspreet and I, we cover all of you today. Is that okay, Jaspreet?
Sure, yes.
Yeah. We have a lot of mentors, but we want to, yeah, there's the link, score.org/find-mentor, not a, just find-mentor. If you go on there, you can tell enough of your story so that we can make the right match and we'll get you started. Now, let me make sure I've got all the questions answered. Not all of them yet. Thank you. It was helpful. Should we choose one mentor or do we have to pick a mentor for each area? No. So, Krishna, that's a really good question. We will try to match you up with a mentor who's available right now. If your mentor, see, we have this saying, one score. And so that means with our 10,000 volunteers around the country, our volunteer mentors, we are, if we need each other to drill down on a specific topic, we rely on each other. I've co-mentored with Jaspreet. Jaspreet's co-mentored with me. We bring in people when we need them, but every one of us can help you get the groundwork going. I'm not a doctor, but I mentor doctors. I'm not a engineer, but I mentor engineers. So it's more, do we click with each other and can we ask the right questions? Because the information is all out there. We can help you to access the information. Does that make sense? Does that helpful? Yes, okay. All right, thank you for that introduction. Wonderful introduction. Several of you have put it in there. If there are no more questions, we're going to let you get back to business and applying for a mentor. Any other questions that I really need to answer before we go? Everybody know how to get a mentor? Okay. I'm so happy that all of you were here. You stuck around, and we're going to say goodbye for now. We're going to stick on, and Jaspreet and I are going to do a little bit of business, but and make sure we've got your mentoring requests covered.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning. Great job. Thank you.
Give it or two. If you can just go ahead and log off, folks, we'll be able to move our software to the next level. So I'm just going to do this for those of you who may have gone out for a cup of coffee.